Welcome back to NBA Cinema. So I want to talk about this briefly as, Mario Chalmers and Dwight Howard was having a conversation about LeBron James and Lou Williams is going to weigh in on it. And pretty much Dwight is kind of blaming LeBron for getting kicked off the Lakers, but I think he said it, being jovial. He just playing around uh, with the way that he presented that, obviously, but he was adding on to the conversation because I know the issue with Mario Chalmers and LeBron, it was a little more serious because he told him to stop being a B or play some D or something like that. And one of the things I remember about the time in Miami for Mario Chalmers wasn't just LeBron, D Wade, Chris Bosh. It seemed like they were always getting on Chalmers, and that had become a meme. Before memes became a really popular thing, that was one of the first. Things that they show the big three getting on him, but not getting on each other the same way. Now, let's get into that story, guys, just to kind of see the context of what we're about to talk about.
Like,
Let
I'm mind
Rio
my
tell
never
her.
heard of
business.
this story though.
I'm
What
gonna
did
mind
he
my
say? What
business.
did you say?
Stop acting like a bitch. That's it.
All right.
I mean,
I said that, man, and I got kicked off the Lakers, so I know how you feel, nigga.
I got big for the whole game, bro. It's just like certain things you can't say. It's
You
like,
can't
yeah.
say that. I said that one time, and I was off the team.
Yeah, let GM get him out or
Damn, bro, that's the year after we won the championship, man.
That's what happened.
But it was not. For real,
went-
that's what
It
happened.
happened on defense, huh?
It happened on defense. And I was like, yo, you got to get back. And he got mad because I said something. And I was like, yo, stop acting like a bitch, man. God damn. I was sad I wanted to come back. And I don't know what had happened.
You took an offer from the Philadelphia
No.
76ers.
See, I think that we were just told so many different things. And I think now, looking back on it, with the situation that I had with my agent, and him actually getting convicted and being a part of the whole crime.
It was the same guy. Like,
He was a part of it. Yeah, the same
now
agent.
that makes a little more sense.
So, I don't even know what the truth was because what I was told was that you guys didn't have an offer for me.
Oh, no,
and-
that's not true. We
See,
made an
yeah,
offer.
I
We
never
did.
even knew that. He told me,
Yeah.
well, actually, he said that you guys had an offer. And then he said you guys took the offer back and said
No,
no.
it's all about the salary cap and the timing
Mm-hmm.
because you have to get accepted offers when you have the cap space.
It's hard to get kicked off a team when you win a championship and you're a free agent and they just don't bring you back. I think Dwight was just being funny, adding on to the story when he said this. But no, how can you get kicked off a team when you're a free agent and y'all win a championship? You're just not coming back. That's not being kicked off of a team. But I also saw, like I said, I saw this. I saw the context of it. I think he said it in jest as a joke to be funny. I thought Mario Chalmers was being dead serious because we
Which is
saw
funny.
that play out. Yeah, we saw that play out. But I don't think that's the reason that the Lakers didn't bring him back.
Taylor, why are you just laughing? What name could it be? Let's just think if it
Yeah,
was.
well, I'm thinking of so many names, and I'm thinking LeBron did leave my because Pat Riley took his cookies, so maybe it is true. I don't know, but it all seems petty, and I'm not buying it if that's the question. But
I mean, you can't get fired if you're not employed, is basically the gist of what
You
Lou said.
can't
Anyway,
fire me. I
I
quit.
quit.
Okay, so LeBron, he doesn't like to be called out on defense. We could say that, right? But I'll say this, in defense of LeBron on this, Dwight, you played good at several stops. You played really good in Charlotte, and they didn't retain you, which would have made sense at that time for them to keep you. You were playing really good basketball. They haven't had a center like you as reliable as you since then. Now, you went to Washington. That obviously, things went the way it went there. You landed in LA. You were that player that allowed AD to play the four, and y'all were able to get that bubble ring. I'll say this. You've had a lot of stops. So to single out the Lakers and maybe, LeBron has something to do with you not coming back because you called him out on defense, that may be a little unfair to LeBron because why didn't the other teams that you played good for retain you? Most namely Charlotte. I mean, you should have been able to stay there for a long time, but you was only there for like a year or two maybe. And I was like, at the time, I couldn't understand it because I think you was averaging 17 and 12, still a few blocks a game, and you were dirt cheap, right? Nobody had to really pay you a bunch of money to play. So why didn't you keep Dwight? And I looked at that stuff that came out on the internet with you and that guy, where he was releasing this phone call about you, and then those things with those men, then you grabbing on the Wizards player leg on the bench and all that type of stuff. I think people didn't want you in the locker room because honestly, if you look at it from a basketball standpoint, it doesn't make sense that Golden State doesn't go out there and grab you. That I really think having a Dwight Howard to rebound, contest shots like that in the paint, along with Jimmy Butler, would put them in contention this year. So that begs the question: why are teams looking at Dwight Howard like taboo? Why is he like taboo when it comes to adding him to your roster? It has nothing to do with his basketball because the man can go out there and grab you 10 rebounds in a quarter some games. He could block you 2 or 3 shots a night still. He's a year younger than LeBron James. He came out in the 2004 draft, but you think about another person who takes care of their body, maybe not to the same level of LeBron, but Dwight has stayed in shape, and in his core principles or his core uh, things about his game, as far as rebounding, contesting shots, lob threat, he still has those in his late 30s. So he can still play the game of basketball. It's just something else that teams are getting turned off by. And we have to question what those things are because it's not just the Lakers. And when you sat down with Jeannie Buss, she said that you had a contract, or she had a contract for you. We didn't forget about that. So there were other things that play with that. Mario Chalmers, I could see where he coming from a little bit more, but again, that was a younger LeBron. Obviously, they had their issues, but I like that Mario Chalmers stood up for himself in that, whether it be Wade, Bosh, or LeBron, because at the end of the day, they're men. It's not how some people that come in these comment sections calling you a LeBron hater because you don't agree with everything that he does feel. It's not like that. I look at it as that's a man and that's a man. And so if that man says something to me I don't like, or he don't like that I said something to him, he can dish it out, but he can't take it. He's just a man at the end of the day. So I'm gonna say it to a man. Period. And there's nothing else about it. All this heroic and goat debates and all that stuff, that is made up fodder. But at the end of the day, this is me looking at a man, and we're communicating on the basketball court. I mean, I've seen some people, if you cover anything about LeBron or even the Stephen A. Smith thing, you're called a hater, you're called all types of things. But for Mario Chalmers, it was a little more personal. And obviously, he still talks about, nobody feared LeBron and all that. I know what he's saying from a basketball standpoint, but um, some people feared LeBron. You asked DeMar DeRozan and Paul George that question and see if they didn't fear LeBron. It was some people that feared him. Michael Jordan was just clutch in those moments that you always felt like he was going to win, and he actually played that out at the end of the game 6 in Utah, that last championship. Where he came down, he stripped Malone, then he got the layup. No, 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 no. It didn't go like that. He came down, he got the layup. Then on the next play, he came on the backside, stripped Malone from the blind side on his right side, came down, hit Byron Russell with that crossover and knocked the jumper down. That's like a heroic takeover at the end of the game. So, that type of stuff sticks in people's mind about Michael Jordan. And but LeBron, he's had his moments too, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.